Welcome back po sa Men of Light. Ito po si Father Deo Galang. Bumabati po sa inyo ng magandang araw sa inyong lahat.
Brother Willie Suarez po, halina kayo, tayo ay maglakbay sa ilang.
Okay.
Magandang araw po. Ako naman po si Father Ching Puertes.
Okay, Father Ching, Kuya Willie. Ang ating gospel is from Luke chapter 4, 1 to 13. Maraming salamat kay Pam na nagbasa ng ating ebanghelyo. Una po, sa punto ng ating pagbubukas ng Kwaresma. Marami po tayo kasing pwedeng pag-usapan dito sa ebanghelyo. The concept of the wilderness, the concept of the three temptations, Jesus, the context of the gospel as the beginning of Jesus, itong fasting for 40 days in the desert or in the wilderness. No? Pero gusto ko nating tignan yung ebanghelyo sa ibang punto de vista. Sa punto de vista nung pinakauling linya ng gospel. Sabi po, when the devil had finished for every temptation, he departed from him for a time. Looking for another opportunity to tempt him. At ang pagbabalik po ng diablo ay ang mas nakakatakot pag hindi natin inaasahan. At totoo naman po ito, no? Yung temptation does not happen once in our life. It is recurring. Sabi ko nga kanina kay Kuya Willie at saka kay Father Ching, itong pagnunukso ng diablo in our own human nature, hindi lang po minsanan. Parang good salesman po itong ating diablo. He would always offer and offer, repackage the offer. From one time, he will surprise you until it will convince you.
Parang lang. No? Baka doon sa mga salesman.
Sorry po. Parang lang. Yung the convincing power. No? kung hindi niya makuha ngayon, sabi nga, they would not take no for an answer. They will always come back. And if we're not careful, makukuha tayo. Di ba,
Persistence.
Persistence. Kala nyo yung Kristiyano lang yung may persistence.
Talagang sabi nga kanina, anytime, any place, no?
Oo.
Kumisan, kahit nagsisimba tayo.
Pwede.
Kumisan, kahit nasa adoration chapel ka.
Pwede.
Anytime, any place, pwede siyang manukso sa atin.
Oo.
Marami ang nag-aakala na ang temptasyon ay dumarating pag during our vulnerable moments. Pero sa akin pong sariling karanasan, hindi lang yung moment na mahina ka eh. Dumarating ito at lalong nakakatakot when you're on top of your game, when you're on top of your world, na akala mo invincible ka.
Successful.
Successful, that you're victorious and all that. At kung minsan doon kanya babanatan eh.
Pag nabibilib ka na sa sarili
mo. Yeah. Actually, yun ang kanyang weapon eh. Yung pagbibilibin ka sa sarili mo and then bigla kanyang papasukan. Lagapak ang dating.
Nakakatakot doon when you begin to feel that you don't even need God, di ba?
Yes, yes.
Kaya po siguro dito sa ating reflection, kahit ano naman pong bagay, no? Yung ulan, yung bagyo, di ba po, last year ang lakas ng bagyong Ondoy, ng Pepeng, mga unas na dumating last year. Hindi mo masasabing this year, 2010, hindi nangyayari na naman yan. Rainy season will come, new storms will come, it can be stronger or even worse. And that's why we should not be naive to say that the worst is over. It can even come far. And if we're not prepared, if we're not learning from these experiences, the floods, the storms, it will come. Babalik yun kahit yung matinding earthquake ng Haiti, di ba? Yung mga, ang tawag dyan, aftershocks. And recently, we heard that there's another aftershock, mga 6. Intensity 6 yung
bumigay yung isang supermarket yata.
Oo, na naman, no? So, yung bumalik na naman ang earthquake. And the same with temptation. It will come in every stage of our life. Halimbawa, yung weakness mo, mainit yung ulo mo.
Right.
It can come anywhere. Pwede sa traffic, pwede sa anak mo, pwede sa classroom, pwede sa opisina, pwede sa supplier. It comes in different ways. It can repeat itself in very creative, even without you noticing it, it's the same temptation.
Ang isang nakikita kong purpose ng temptation is not only para mahulog tayo sa kasalanan, kundi to draw us away from God. Kung minsan dumarating ang pagsubok o yung panunukso ng Diablo, na ang kanyang ginagawa ay sinisira ang loob natin para tayo'y lumayo sa ating Panginoon. At kapag tayo'y bumigay, masasabing naging matagumpay siya.
Dumami na naman yung kampo niya.
Dumami na naman yung kanyang mga biktima. At yun ay isang sari-sari po kasi ang temptation eh. Kamukha nung nabanggit ni Father Deo kanina, nire-repackage niya yan. Iniiba ang approach, iniiba yung mga benepisyo, pati na yun. Lahat ng nakapaloob doon sa gusto niyang gawing panunokso, binabago yan.
Hanggang makuha ka.
Hanggang makuha tayo at mahulog tayo. Kaya kailangan sabi nga, maging wais din tayo. Ayokong gamitin kasi yung salitang tuso medyo mapakla sa pakiramdam. Pero wais. Kailangan maging wais din tayo.
Tama dyan. Alam niyo po dito sa discussion namin kanina before the program, yung even Jesus if you check the lifetime of Jesus, maybe this same temptation happened in different packages. Like when he was pressed to feed the 5,000, pauwi na ho natin. Wala po silang makakain. And then maybe the temptation came and the stones again can be turned into bread to feed the 5,000. Pero Jesus asked, what do you have? There's a little boy here. Merong fish, merong konting bread. Anong sinabi ni Jesus? Feed them yourselves. Para bang we don't expect bread to come down from heaven. If there's such a thing as miracle, maybe it came from the breaking of the bread, the sharing of their own baon, the provision of generosity happening. I think that is the real miracle. And again, in every circumstances, siguro even when Jesus was carrying the cross, he could have excused himself as the Son of God, or maybe when he was crucified, the devil might be telling him, oh, you can excuse yourself now, masakit na, no?
Right.
Nung nag-aaral po kami sa seminaryo, sabi ng mga theologians na teacher namin, yung suffering ni Jesus, they are real human suffering of pain, tremendous pain. Hindi po yung noon parang konseptong nagkukunwari, anak naman siya ng Diyos eh. Siguro hindi naman siya nasasaktan. No? They are real pain that he never excused himself because of the temptation to play like God.
Sabi nga, sa pagiging tao niya, tinanggap niya yung mga pwedeng maranasan niya bilang
Totoo
tao.
yan, totoo.
Pero
If we look at our own human history, even our own family histories, this temptation happened not only during our lifetime. If you look into the eldest part or the older part of our human history, the same temptation happened kay Adan at Eva.
Right.
Remember? They were given the temptation, you can be like God. You can have that wisdom. You will have the freedom to make your choice and be like God. And they succumb to it. And you realize, ang ating pong panunuksong yan, magmula pa kay Adan at Eva, even at the point of Jesus and our lifetime, they are recurring. Tingnan nyo man po saan yung family history. Kung minsan yung the tendencies of temptation, no? Tingnan nyo po, it can even happen in our own family history. History of problems and recurring difficulties and challenges and weakness of family members. Sometimes it does not happen only in your person. Even it can happen sa uncle mo,
di ba kung sa may
sa lolo mo.
maririnig tayo, kaya sasabihin ng anak, ay hindi mangyayari sa akin yan. Pero kung minsan, no? Kung ano yung
minsan,
sinabi mo,
maririnig mo nga sa nanay pag nakita yung anak niya, loko-loko, manang-mana ka sa tatay mo. Manang-mana ka sa lolo mo. Yung para bang, you realize the same temptation, the same stories of weakness and fall happens also in our own lifetime before and even beyond. If we are not aware sa katotohanan dito sa last line, feeling ko yung last line ang pinakamahalaga eh. Yung yes, nanalo ngayon si Jesus, but you never know. Sabi nga, the next time, He's looking for that opportunity. Parang yun yung image ng demonyo. No?
Bigla ko lang naisip yung batang pare, yung batang paring, dahil bata siyang pare, yung natutokso, yung iba't ibang klaseng tukso, at siya humingi ng payo sa matandang pare. No? Sabi niya, Father, yung pare, 75-year-old na, Father, ano po kaya, hanggang kailan po kaya itong tukso na to? Kasi lalong-lalo po, nakakita ko ng mga makikinis na legs, sabi ng batang pare, ako po'y natutukso. Tapos sabi ng matandang pare, 75-year-old, alam mo, Father, kaya lang nung magsasalita na yung 75-year-old, dumaan yung isang babae, sexy, napakaganda ng legs, napatingin yung 75-year-old, siguro mga 80 years old bago mawala ang tukso, sabi niya.
So, walang excuse kahit matanda na. Walang senior citizen na sana mayroon pong immunity sa tukso. No? Yung para bang magpa-inject siya dyan sa may,
Kahit
may
ano.
clinic,
Oo,
magpapakuna ka.
Kahit
There's
ano.
such a thing as immunity from our own temptation. It can never happen, di ba? Parang yung batang nagkumpisal dun sa pare, Father, sabi niya, I'm being tempted by these images of beautiful women in my thoughts and in my mind. Sabi ng matandang pare, my son, do not entertain them. Sabi. But Father, I don't entertain them. They entertain me. Sabi. In this way, if you realize it can happen again and again, and ang unang punto lang po, sana let us not be naive. Huwag po kayong magalit sa term, ha? Huwag tayong tatanga-tanga. Para bang ang problema ay darating minsan lang. Ang bagyo darating minsan lang. We should be prepared for the next. I think that is the wisdom of the last line. Realizing that temptation, occasions for sin, and even problems may always happen anytime, anywhere, any situation. Kaya po pupunta tayo sa ikalawang punto. After this discussion, pupunta tayo sa ikalawang punto ng ating discussion where we will zero in into our own human experience, our own weaknesses, our realization of our own tendencies. Magbabalik po ang Men of Light after a few moments.